Howdy, folks, and welcome back to another edition of the ONETA Show, brought to you by PTE Creatives. As always, I'm your host, Evan Davies, and I'm joined by the man with the
I
hand.
need you to pause for a second.
Huh?
I need you to open up Discord.
Oh, God.
And next to the hang up disconnect button, there's another one that says noise suppression powered by Crisp.
Yep.
Turn that off.
Turn it off? I don't think it's... Alrighty. Cool.
Is it off now?
It's off now.
Now give me another...
By PTE Creative. That one?
Okay, good. Noise suppression was cutting you off before, and I needed to hear that. I needed to feel that in my soul. So I wanted to make sure we caught that.
So mid-intro, you got me to say creative twice with the rolling R. But we're brought to you by PT Creative. I'm your host, Evan Davies, and brought to you today with our co-host, three-time creative. We have our co-host today, Angie, our boy Angelo Gonzalez. He is here once again.
Angelo Michael Goddamn Gonzalez here with PTE Creative. Let's go. We're bringing it. We got Skeletor. We got He-Man. We got Goku. If you were part of any of this conversation we had beforehand, you would understand all of this. But hey,
you weren't.
Take it from here.
This show's already a shit show. But today we are continuing our Smash series. So, to make sure you have some video content for you, I just switched over to Discord because I was laughing too hard to even remember that I need to be on Discord's window to make sure that this gets recorded properly.
Oh God, I hope people see the video. Oh no.
It's happened too many times before, but we learn as we go here, folks. So we are continuing our Super Smash Bros. Series, our Super Smash Bros. Reboot. In past episodes, if you haven't caught it, we have done a cut-down roster. We went down to 40 fighters from everybody eligible in the franchise already, so we're down to 40 from that angle. We have added 12 new characters, which is a 3-part episode, which... It took a long time to decide that roster. Sadly, more than just cutting the roster down, which was a long process. If you like long-form podcasts, we got them here for you, folks.
We've got great news for you guys. We talk a fucking lot.
We
genuine yappers in here.
Two genuine yappers. We treat these microphones like Kendrick Lamar treats Drake, and that is how we do things.
Wop, 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 wop. Get him.
Because we got to be topical here, you know. Even I can be topical from time to time. But today we're going into a piece of Smash Bros. That is thoroughly underused, needs to be discussed more, and could add wild amounts of creativity to the game. And that's Mii Fighters. So we want to discuss how we're going to improve Mii Fighters in a way. So this is going to be a multifaceted conversation where we're going to go, how do we make Mii Fighters better? Can we add a class or two to the Mii Fighters themselves? And what are some characters that we're going to add through these avenues?
I would also like to call out, I don't know any of the current Mii Fighters. So I might just say ones that already exist. And we have to be okay with that. That's just okay.
Worst comes to worst, we can look it up quick. Because I do have a decent knowledge of them. I do have a decent knowledge of them. And some of them are going to be existing that we're going to talk about, but it's not because we're trying to retread. We're trying to enhance that experience for people.
Are you ready, Evan Davies?
I am ready.
Rapid fire. Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus Phoenix. Fuck. Is that the... No, that's not Phoenix, right? Marcus Phoenix. No, he is not one.
Cuphead.
Yes.
Deadpool.
No.
I'm running out of Venom.
No.
Amy Rose.
I don't think so. No, I don't think Amy got one.
Pikachu.
No, because it's a full-fledged fighter.
Blinky from Pac-Man.
No.
That one guy. Who's that one guy? That one fox. Sly Cooper.
No Sly Cooper. PlayStation.
Gruntilda, last one.
No Gruntilda, even though that'd be a great one.
That would be a great one. Okay. I realize that because I don't know the answer to any of these, I cannot verify your answers. So I'm gonna assume you got 100%.
You can
Good job.
easily. I'm trying here. I know I did well because you gave me a lot of easy ones. But so I think the best place to start is we're gonna have 3 different categories of Mii Fighters now. There is the basic one that we already have, which is you get a few custom parts, or costume parts, I should say, to pick from. You pick a basic move set of some kind, and you make the fighter how you see fit. You can obviously just do basic facial constructions like you normally do, add the pieces to the characters. I think that is a valid base to start with. I think that is a good piece, which is, if it wasn't good enough already, we wouldn't even have interest in salvaging the project. So I think that is probably a super worthwhile thing to discuss. However, we're then going to have Mii Fighter Plus, which is going to give you a more accurate costume that's not so much just giant head, little accent piece. You actually will look closer to what the character would be. And they're going to a little more body morphing to it. And you then get one signature move from that character. And then we have Mii Fighter Deluxe. Mii Fighter Deluxe, the idea behind that is not only do you get a full-fledged costume that looks good, where you feel like you are that character, it's going to give you a signature move from that character. But on top of it, it's going to give you a secondary move that you could use with any character for a Mii Fighter. Plus, it has its own smash attack. It's custom smash attack that can do it.
Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
We got to bring Dr. Money back into this. Those characters will be very expensive.
Well, so
those characters are going to cost so much money. But you're going to be willing to pay for it. I think that there should be some deluxe Mii Fighters that cost more than actual like Smash characters.
Honestly, depending on what you do, it could work.
That's what I'm saying.
That's insane.
We can make it work.
However, I think Dr. Money does need to make an appearance. However, Dr. Money needs to save his biggest ace in the hole for another show. Because I figured something out.
Are they finally putting Goku in?
No.
Is that because that would make so much goddamn money?
Of course it would.
Dr. Money.
I will say this. This is not permission for you, because I know if I give you an inch, you run a loop around the entire planet. I am not saying I want this, and I am open to it.
Man! Say it. Say Goku's in. Just say it, and I'm ready. Think of that signature move. Think of that fucking signature move, man. Oh, God. Sorry, I've interrupted you. Please continue.
I'm not saying I want it or it belongs. However, if you were going to convince me to somehow get these characters in, a Mii Fighter that you have the choice to use or not use, and you could never even see it in the game, theoretically, you may be able to convince me it's worthwhile.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to say the word yes. Should we have Goku in this game?
I think you're just catching me late at night, because I might give you that.
You just got dared. Are you gonna succumb to a dare?
For the sake of the podcast, yes, we can have him.
Let's fucking go. Goku's in. All right. I'm done. I'm going to sleep now. Thank you so much for your time.
You're not even that
creative. All that stuff. Let's go.
The best part is you're not even that big of a Dragon Ball Z fan. You're just like Chaos fan. That's what you want.
No, bro. I fucking love it. We can't have this discussion. Do I need to prove my credentials to you?
No.
I had pink printed pictures of JPEGs of Goku on my wall when I was growing up.
So did I.
That was real. The love was real.
Yeah, I had mine from Ask Jeeves. I understand the love.
Oh, yeah. Get it, Jeeves.
However, we all have to move on in life sometime.
I'm still there.
And
I've been working out, and every time I work out, I'm just channeling Son Goku.
it's not even the characters for me, it's the pacing of the show. That's the problem. That's why I hate Dragon Ball Z now. As someone who went for an English degree in college, you learn about story pacing, you're like, we could have told the story in 2 seasons. The entire show could have been 2 seasons.
Dragon Ball Z Kai takes Dragon Ball Z and cuts
Yes.
half of the episodes out.
Oh, I know. And it's still too long.
But it's like a good too long. Sorry. Now we're talking about Dragon Ball Z now. We got Mii Fighters to discuss. We've already got one in. We've got the best one. Dr. Money's here. He said it's going to be the most profitable video game the world has ever seen.
Okay, so
excited to see it.
So let's do this. Let's give a couple characters.
Goku costs $75. By the way. We're good.
So let's give a couple characters, and then we'll add classes to Mii Fighters in general as well. So you wouldn't just have a Mii Fighter, a Mii Gunner, and a Mii Swordsman. Perhaps you'd have more.
Oh. So I just had an idea for a Mii Fighter character, and it would be a specific, like, this would be an elite class Mii Fighter.
Okay.
And I've just put it in our chat.
Okay.
They can't see our chat, but I can say it out loud to you.
Yes.
Mr. Mime.
Oh my god.
And Mr. Mime, his moveset would be that the moves that he does are a random assortment of different characters that are in the battle. So, like, if you're fighting against a Mario and a Jigglypuff and what's another Smash Brothers character? Oh, sorry, Goku. Like, your B button could be like the Kamehameha, but then your side B would be like Mario's cape. But then, like, your up B would be like Jigglypuff's sing.
To me, that's too ambitious. That means straight character. That's not Mii Fighter. Does that make sense? I think you're
going to cost $130.
We're going to charge you double what the game is to get Mr. Mime, who has nothing custom to himself outside of the skin.
But he, like, has the skin and, like, this move set that you can't have otherwise. Have you seen
ridiculous.
Have you seen those move swap videos for Smash Brothers before? Where they put, like, Ganondorf's moveset on Pikachu?
A little bit, yeah.
So what it does is, like, everyone's skeletons just fucking morph to whatever character they're supposed to be. So, like, when Pikachu does, like, Ganondorf's kick,
sure,
his body gets all weird and big and gangly.
Oh,
and,
God.
like, Mr. Mime would do that. Like, the dev work would be non-existent. It would just be, like, you could copy over all the moves from the existing characters.
That's fucked.
So it's basically, it's free money. It takes zero work to make because you already made all the moves, and you get to charge $135 for it.
I like how you just keep adding more money to the price tag.
It's free money. So I'm in my Dr. Money mindset right now because I'm trying to buy a house after a discussion earlier.
That's
so
true.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do I get more money out of these people? And Mr. Mime's the way.
So not only are we making money off of this, but we're going to continually tell people, not only are we going to actively try to rip you off, we're going to continue to rip you off even more every time we have a thought.
They won't even feel ripped off because the value. They don't have to know. They don't know how hard it was for us. They don't know that the game development is easy. People don't talk about that enough. As a software engineer, development's easy. It ain't shit. All of us know that, and we've been tricking you this entire time.
Says the software engineer that on every other show has said, fucking development's hard.
Man, see, you fell for it. It worked.
Oh,
that's just proof. I've been so convincing.
Such a piece of shit.
Sorry, I've taken us on a tangent again.
No,
you had a formalized structure for this.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We said we're doing this popcorn style. I'm going to nominate.
Too, so you're up. Yeah.
So I am going to double check that this character doesn't exist as a Mii Fighter, just in case. His
name's Luigi.
Because I believe there is a Tails Mii Fighter from Sonic. However,
not Baby Tails.
We need to discuss the options of this. Tails, I believe, is at this point pseudo gaming icon, which is strange to say Tails is that.
Oh, interesting.
But
More
it's
than Knuckles?
I'm gonna say yeah. I mean,
I feel like Knuckles holds more cachet because he's been memed upon. There's
that's
been like
true.
multiple Knuckles memes that haven't existed for Tails.
Yes. My only thing is Tails it's outside of Mario and Luigi.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be argued that Sonic and Tails may be the closest thing to like a Batman and Robin that video games kind of have, where it just rolls off the tongue as one. Where you just go like
What was the third
Sonic
Sonic
Tail,
game called?
Sonic and Knuckles. But you're always seeing Tails throughout everything, so that's why. So I mean, like, here's my thing. Because
My shoulders
remember,
can only get so high. Sorry,
I
continue.
I think Knuckles can be a part of this conversation. I'm nominating Tails because I wanted to go a little bit outside the box. I
I like that.
believe Tails can be Mii Fighter Deluxe. But I did not want to inherently go. There's so many moves, and everyone immediately thinks, oh, you have to have attack moves as the signature move. I think something that could be wildly cool and fun
Mm-hmm.
is the smash attack, although super interesting, I would have as the mech that Tails uses in a lot of the adventure games to show off how he's more of that mechanic, more of that inventor, play that aspect of his character. So you really see the depth that you're doing. But the signature move, I would not have as an attack. I would do the double tail helicopter save. Because that's clearly what
Yeah.
people remember. So instead of everybody thinking, oh, what are you going to do for an attack? You know what you're going to get. It's very easy. You can easily put in the rotational spin that Sonic has, Knuckles has, Shadow would have,
Mm-hmm.
as we've stated before. But to really make Knuckles unique and feel like it's a worthwhile purchase, I would have his mech used in a smash attack. You could use it similar to if you want to bring a better version of the old battle tank that Fox and Falco had. You could do a version of that, or you could do a cinematic version of the mech attacking people
Okay. So,
as the
okay,
smash
that's
attack.
interesting. When you were describing the mech thing,
Yeah.
I was actually kind of thinking of it as akin to Wario's bike,
Ooh.
where like he like conjures it and then like uses it, but then also like now it is in the field of play. So like if you were to do something like that, I kind of like the idea that if he falls off it, someone else can get in it too. And then like it's almost like conjuring a like in stage modifier of like, oh, here's a new danger element that someone can use.
I like that better than my idea.
Tag team. That's what this is a
Well,
podcast,
this
baby.
is a fucking this is the fun of it. That's the other reason I was like, we don't need as much structure here. We're just fucking around and playing with Mii Fighter ideas. Tails is the last one that I kind of wrote a little note to before we started going because I was like, I want to do something different. I have my babies that I'm gonna get to that no matter what they're getting this goddamn game because Doctor Money is involved as well. But
Mm-hmm.
and I have it very well thought out. But Tails is one that I don't think everyone would immediately. I think you'd make a shit ton of money off of Tails.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be part of. These are microtransactions to a degree. But it's not microtransactions in the sense of you're paying for drops and you're doing all this stuff. It's something that you tangibly have in your game forever from that point
Yeah.
forward. Having a
It's a
mech.
worthwhile payoff.
Having a mech that is a final smash. And then it could be part of the field. And the cool part is, if you want to use it and have a huge damage counter on it, it could kind of be like how you get an extra KO for knocking out an assist trophy. If you destroy the mech, we could put that in as part of that as well. So it's an
That's a good
added
idea.
gameplay element that affects the game, so there's a risk reward factor with it as well. But you get the mech drop as the final smash. Its signature move is the recovery move. You get a good Tails model as well, which is a nice lightweight kind of character, which it doesn't matter because you're me, you can kind of operate as you will. The only one I'm struggling a little bit with is what is the move that we take from Tails that anybody could use, theoretically?
I guess I was sort of interpreting the mech as that. As
Yeah,
like this is something that gets utilized by like everyone in the cast now, because like anyone who's on the field can play with it.
sure. That's another way to look at that as well. So I think that's where I would go. I'd immediately go straight to Mii Fighter Deluxe. Tails is one I would immediately want to put into play.
Okay, I could see it. It's actually funny that you brought up Tails because one of the other yeah, I guess I should give context to the listeners at home, the
Yeah,
viewers at home. I don't know if they're on podcast apps or YouTube, but before we started this, one of my discussion points was that I'm going to go on Google and I'm going to search video game Funko Pop, and that is where I'm pulling all of my character choices from.
that is also kind
So
of fun.
I believe there's a Goku Funko Pop. One of the tabs I have open right now is Amy Rose, and Amy Rose was going to be one of my suggestions because
Interesting.
she got big ol' hammer. She
It is
already
a
got big ol'
unique
hammer.
move.
She hit good. It's a unique move. She hit good with it. And
Yes.
then I also think Amy Rose itself, like I don't know, I representation is a weird thing to call out for like a pink hedgehog,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. I know a lot of girls who are into like Sonic the Hedgehog, and one of the things that they say is like, "I love Amy Rose," and it would be cool to have something in there for them because also Amy Rose is like a fun character. It is weird that she is like 9 years old and has a crush on Sonic, but hey, they're cartoons. Let's not think about it.
Well, the other thing is, okay, I'm down for Amy Rose being included. Is she Mii Fighter Deluxe or Mii Fighter Plus?
Um,
Because I think the hammer is more signature move than it is smash attack plus adding something else to the game. So to me,
when
that's more
you're
of that.
when you're saying Smash Attack,
Yeah.
do you mean Final Smash?
I'm saying Final Smash here. Like that's what I meant the mech to be.
Okay.
Is like his final smash, Tails' final smash to me was the mech. But
Okay,
then
I'm
you can,
asking. The reason I'm asking is because normally smash attacks are like when you hit A
yeah,
and a direction at the same time. Okay,
yeah,
cool. Okay, now we're on the same page.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, I don't. What would Amy's final smash be? No, I don't think she needs it. Just
yeah,
because like I want us to be more deliberate about like if we're going to be using them.
yeah,
It would be cool for Amy to have a like full like extra super high top tier kind of character version, but that would be true for every character. It'd be cool if like all of them were just real characters,
yeah.
but if we have to be more deliberate with it, it's okay for her to not.
Yeah. I would
Also,
say,
if we're gonna have both of them in there, we need some kind of like Chow representation. So like I feel like the lowest level one being like a Chow hat, so you could be like one of the Chows from Sonic Adventure. I just love Chows. Chow
that
Garden's so
might
good.
exist already, but I'm not sure.
What if we say like if you buy Sonic or if you buy Tails and Amy, you also unlock like a Chow Garden stage. And it's like a new level that you get to play on. And like all the baby Chows are just in the background.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I really like that because the other thing is this is I think like we talked about this in both the roster cut down and the new character ads. This game, if you want to say Smash Bros struggles with anything, I don't think Smash Bros struggles at anything except maybe customizable characters. And it's only struggle because you're getting so much, and then it feels a little bit like an afterthought in Ultimate, where you're like, I can make it, but like
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to. Like Cuphead and Sans are the only two Mii Fighters that feel like this is really cool.
Yeah.
And there are a few because they are better costumes. Team Rocket has this where it at least kind of feels kind of fun for a match or two. Um, the Dragonborn costume, admittedly, is decent.
Yeah.
It at least like I bought it and
But
I was like, it's
still a
fun,
Mii costume.
but it's still a Mii
Yeah.
costume, right? Like Geno's is decent. But again, they're like fun for a round. We're trying to make this worthwhile for people that they might want to go, hey, I now have enough versatility and enough moves with Mii Fighters that I'm just gonna make a Mii Fighter. This is gonna be my
Yeah.
this is gonna be my main now. So I love the idea of more skins, more Mii Fighter customization, and more stages involved. That's a model that, ironically enough, I wish Smash had that model trying to take my money more often. I wish they had more support all the time, just going like every couple weeks, every month, every 2 months, every quarter. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Doing things of just like for continuous support, almost kind of Skyrim DLC esque, where it was just like for years, it was just like, here's more stuff if you want to buy it.
Yeah.
Here's more stuff if you want to buy it.
The Mario Kart 8 approach where they did just like, hey, every like month we're doing a DLC pack of like, hey, here's 6 or whatever, 8 new tracks, whatever they
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
And I loved that model. And I think that's something where if you have a deluxe, a plus, and a stage, I think that's easily a $5 to $10 bundle where you're just like, I'm essentially getting the equivalent new character plus a new
Hold on,
stage. It's
real
worthwhile.
quick. How much did you say?
$5 to $10. I understand, Doctor Money. Do you remember that?
Said like vaguely. What if we just said like 50 to 100?
So
as like a starting point, we'll work from there.
So for the joke, yes. However,
Good.
do you recall when constantly? It's weird because the roles are now being reversed from what they used to be. By the way, nice water bottle. So glad you got that back.
So am I. God, it was so full of spit.
For context, he left it in Philadelphia, and I had to bring it back to Wisconsin for him.
Are you just saying our locations on the internet? Now people are gonna find you.
Full state, and I live in Philly. I told people I live in Philly and shit on Philly in the same fucking podcast. I couldn't care less.
I didn't say where I lived. Why are you doxing me? Damn.
I'm so sorry. I gave a full state.
Now they're gonna find me in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 53211.
However,
So
it's weird to have the roles reversed where I was Johnny Microsoft with two money signs just being like, he's all about the money, he doesn't care about the gamer, and now you're like, rip all the gamers off, and I'm the one being like, let's get reasonable here.
There's no reasonable. You know what's reasonable? $50 to $100. No compromise is necessary.
All right, so let's do one more thing with it.
Oh,
we have a deluxe. Go ahead.
I wanted to call out quick because you brought up the character customization, and I wanted to just put a little bit of shine on Smash 4.
Yeah.
For the Wii U and 3DS.
Yes.
Because one of the things that game did that my understanding was terribly underutilized is that every character in the game had 3 variations to all of their special moves. And that is like the coolest goddamn thing in the world. That is so goddamn cool. And like no one used it. No one did anything with it. No one played with it. And like I understand that like normally when you're playing Smash Bros with people, it's just like, hey, let's just get on this couch, pull some GameCube controllers out, and just fucking beat the shit out of each other. We don't want to stare at screens where someone's like, let me demo these 3, 6, 9, 12 different moves and figure out what's the appropriate combination I want to put together. Which like, that's fair. That's fine. But god damn it, do I respect the hell out of that. Like, as a like game design philosophy, that is so incredibly generous of like a concept. And like my takeaway is, man, I should like download an ISO of Super Smash Brothers for Wii U and emulate that game just to like play around with those like special moves.
I think
I'm not gonna buy a Wii U. I'm never gonna buy a Wii U. What an absurd notion to even consider it. But I would absolutely like download it and throw it on my like Steam Deck. Let's fucking go. Yeah.
Well, I mean, inherently, that's kind of the spirit of what we're talking about. It's extremely cool. Like, one of the things that's so frustrating, I want Mii's to work. I am the person who still goes in the game from time to time and be like, oh, did I buy all the Mii stuff? Part of it's completionist. It's the nerdy comic book fan in me that's like, you need to get all of it. But part of it is just like, I want more abilities. I want more things to make this game more of what I want it to be. And the more options I have, the better it is. Mm-hmm. When your class of Mii Fighter has 4 choices per move, mm-hmm. It's so incredibly vexing knowing full well I can go back to the days of fucking SmackDown versus Raw 2004. And there was 500 wrestling moves, and it was just copy-paste character, and they could do any of them. And it wasn't just, oh, well, you can do the pedigree because Triple H is in this game, or you can do the angle slam because Kurt Angle's in this game. There was classic moves. There was shit that you only saw in Japan. There was all kinds of crazy shit that you only saw in independent Japanese wrestling or across the globe that you wouldn't see in a WWE ring. And it allowed you, when you made a custom character, to feel like, no, I'm making a real pro wrestler entering the WWE and I'm going to make a story out of it. Instead of the Mii Fighter version where it's like, I'm going to get this copy-pasted character, and my friend and I, unless we intentionally pick all the different moves, we're going to have the exact same experience. And that sucks because it's like, well,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like a tangible goal to have.
The gameplay expression part of that doesn't feel terribly exciting.
No.
It's like, okay, it feels like, oh, the Mii fighter is wearing a costume, and not like, oh boy, I'm playing as Amy Rose from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes. And like you're
Um,
never gonna get that unless you get the full-fledged Smash team building that.
mhm.
But at least you can get a lot closer. Like we live in a world where we now have custom cutscenes based off of people's creator characters now. Where like, look at the fucking cutscenes out of Baldur's Gate 3, where it's just like same one and they both look wildly different. Same thing. Fucking Batman Arkham series was doing that shit in 2009, 2011 with different bat suits.
Yeah.
It's possible. And to have a Smash game that in so many ways is light years above any other game in its class. And then to have this thing where you're like, it's a 9.9 when it could be a 10. And this is the thing that
Here's
could
something
hold
else
it
they
back.
stapled on.
You're like, come on. It's so good.
So, I'd like to make a segue
Yes.
into an offering for a deluxe character
Okay.
based off of something you said.
Yes.
So you brought up the WWE games.
Goddamn right.
So what I think would be a great additional deluxe character is not a character at all. It's a brand new feature and it's brand new functionality. And it is taking the WWE face scan technology out of 2K17, where you could like take a picture of your own face and like apply it to the character and then just like be in the game. We're just gonna like license Ukes. I believe Ukes is the developer of those WWE.
I believe
2K games.
Ukes is out of business, but yes.
Well, then it's gonna be way easier to license. We're gonna license old dead Ukes, bring them in, and just like copy and paste that functionality into Smash Brothers, so that you could have like a one-to-one perfect representation of like what you looked like if you worked out. Because that is like all it really was like put my face on like a hot body.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
do that, but in Smash Brothers. You could like give them the Incineroar moveset, whatever we're gonna do on top of that, like that's fine. But like that is going to be a $340 feature that you can add onto the game. It's just like put you in it. Put you in it.
I love that
WWE
feature.
2K17 technology.
I would say this then. A, love the idea. Because it sucks when you're limited to just the Mii facial designs.
Look like ass.
Like the other thing is what's so vexing, especially with Smash, is the game wasn't out yet, the game I'm about to say. But Switch Sports has functional models where you at least can kind of go, that's kind of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's not perfect for someone like me with absurd facial hair. Because they're just like, they're not going to do much of that. So anytime they put anything bearded or mustached, I was like, I need to get it. Because I at least got closer to what I was. And Ab and I still play that on a semi-consistent basis. Where if we have nothing to do and we want to do something, at least just move a little bit. We're like, hey, like, let's just bowl. Let's just golf. Let's just do something like that. Those are functional things that even if that feature was better, at least that'd be good. Like, even if the facial scanning, I'm fully on board with that idea. I'd have two caveats with that. One, even if we wanted to dumb it down so it looked more Smash-esque, even though there's wild characters, some Smash-esque stuff, it's just something as a visual person I absolutely adore, that Smash has kind of a cohesive art direction. Is at least if you could say, okay, giant red beard, giant mustache. Okay, we can kind of service those things and put it into a Smash-esque character, and you can go, this is you as a Smash character, instead of just straight face post on something. However, that's still an option.
That sounds really expensive.
That sounds really expensive.
If we're just stealing this technology from Ukes as is, I feel like it's going to be way harder to do. What if instead it was just completely photoreal and looked exactly identical to if we just took a picture of your face and placed it in the game? How would you feel about that as a compromise?
We can at least talk about it and figure it out.
I'm not compromising. That's the actual answer of what I said.
I know.
Yeah, let's do it. The honest answer is like, I actually like your idea a lot.
Yeah.
I think that like, what if you could make a like video game version of yourself. Super fun. I would love that. And like a slightly more realistic version of like, what if Mii Fighters didn't look like ass is basically like what we're saying. And like, yeah, that'd be cool. What if Mii Fighters didn't look like ass? What if they were cool and fun and like had interesting, like, I don't know, visual design?
Well, first of all, that's my that's my caveat one. Caveat two, if this is a thing, I don't think you need to attach other properties to it. I think what you need to do is you buy that feature as an add-on service. And I mean, frankly, we're saying this is an add-on service. It's our game that we're theoretically making in this make-believe world. This can just be in the game. We don't need.
Well, it could
to
also just be like a monthly subscription if we want to get more money out of them.
Oh, naturally, that's we're always trying to rip people off here.
Yeah.
Like by going to Etsy, like ptcreative.etsy.com and buying stickers and t-shirts.
Creative.etsy.com. I've heard there's a Hawaii sticker on that.
There is a Hawaii sticker up there. Actually, it's no longer there. But I need to get back up for you. I wanted you to be the only one to ever possess that because I wanted it to be exclusive to you.
The next time I see you, can you sign my Hawaii sticker?
You goddamn right I will.
I would love that. That would make me so happy.
I will sign your sticker for you, absolutely. I'll put one letter on each part of the stickers.
No, I only have the one little bit, so you need to fit it all on that one little bit.
I got it, not a problem.
It's the part that's on my laptop. I need people to see this. I'd be like, oh, this is the signed art of fucking Evan Reginald Davies right here. This is one of one. No one else has this.
So speaking of one of one, but yes, I will. Obviously, I will sign that. I'm happy to sign any piece of art anyone wants me to sign, whether it's mine or not. I'll think it's fucked up, but I'll do it.
I'll sign anything.
I'll sign anything if you want me to. A lot of microtransactions in that one. But
so you had a second
caveat is that if this were a feature, I think that comes with at least. I'm trying not to be too conservative, not too wild.
Triple H definitely comes with it.
I think you need at least 50 to 100 possible options of moves.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say like what like pre-made characters gonna come with. 50 to 100. I mean, there's so many already in the game. Like definitely, yeah.
And it's like, but it's kind of like you get that, but like, I remember there's the one grappler move where you suplex somebody, and I thought that was amazing. Can we do? You don't have to change a ton to make it different. But different grappling styles, just put it like, instead of pew, 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 put one mega laser in and you have a similar effect. Doesn't change a whole lot, but it allows someone to feel more customizable.
Or like a real pistol.
I mean, fucking Snake's already doing it, so.
Yeah. Just put like real guns in the game. Man, sorry, continue.
I don't know if we need to go down that route, but nonetheless.
We got a whole new feature that we could talk about in about 20 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, that pride flag is going to be real surprising when we start talking about the NRA and gun rights in here as well.
Yeehaw, brother.
For context, that's not who I am, and I fucking hate the NRA. And yes, I said it and I meant it. However.
What does the NRA stand for?
National Rifle Association.
Oh, it's not with attitude?
No.
Got it. Just checking.
Yeah, lame. Lame, right? So I think, number one, so we're taking facial scanning technology, and it's coming with custom moves so you can make yourself in. So A, that's a great thing. And we already have Tails, Amy, and the Chow Garden. I want to go back to that one. What is a basic Mii Fighter costume that we could get to make that a full-fledged package?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Does it have to be from Sonic?
It doesn't have to, but it seems kind of fucked up to do all Sonic and then randomly just put one. You know what? Let's do Alex the Kid so we can just get Sega representation.
Yeah, there it is, finally.
Everyone's been asking for Alex the Kid.
Oh my god, that's awesome. What's that one? The one buxom Sonic character?
Rouge the Bat?
No, not her.
Rouge the Bat?
Buxom's not the right word. That like the Native American one?
Oh fuck, I don't recall this at all.
Tikal?
Maybe?
Is it Tikal?
Drop it in the chat and I'll double check it. But I just see Funko Pop Mr. Fucking Mime right now, and it's creepy as shit.
Oh, don't hold on, real quick before you continue.
Oh God,
Are you including your chat in the video?
I am not,
Okay, then you can scroll.
and it's for the best because. Well, you know what? Let me do this and double check it. No, we're good. OBS does not pick up that part of the chat.
Okay, good.
Because these are some fucked up Mii characters.
Call in the chat.
Okay.
Well, it was specifically the one of Tails after Mr. Mime.
Oh. I don't know if I've ever seen this character before.
No?
No.
She's cute. She's a cute design. I like it.
It's a cute design. The only thing I would say is this. We have no Knuckles yet, which I think could be its own thing. I don't think it needs to be part of this package, but
is Knuckles not like a
Knuckles is a Mii fighter already, but it's one of the most disappointing Mii fighters ever because it's just like top of Knuckles' head, so you have Knuckles kind of like dreads, but you have nothing else, and you have a red suit with a tail on it, but it just looks like a fucking chump in a mask, like in a mascot costume at a football game. It doesn't look like something that you really want to wear to be like, yo, I'm Knuckles. You're just like, where's this fucking mascot suit? And I think he's an assist trophy as well.
Okay,
but for the Mii costume, it's literally like you cut the top of his head off, smash it on top of a Mii, and then they wear the red suit beyond that, but it doesn't look anything like Knuckles, and it's just disappointing. And that's kind of what we're combating. If I were going to add another Sonic character, though, I would consider, we already got Silver in the game and Shadow in the game as alternate skins, as like...
And we got Eggman in there, too.
And we got Eggman in there. It's amazing that both of us are not Sonic players on the regular, but we keep adding Sonic shit.
Oh, dude, Sonic's great. Yeah.
Well, that's after
man. Sorry, continue. I will find this answer on my own, and I will share it.
I mean, however, I did admit to the internet, you said I shouldn't do that I was a Sonic fan. You said you can't just say that on the internet.
I mean, if you say that on the internet, I think you're going to get a whole lot of new fans from a very different kind of fan base. And if you're okay with that, then you're okay with that.
New subscribers are new subscribers. I don't give a fuck. You do you as long as you're not hurting anyone in this world. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Oh, they're hurting a lot of people. I put a picture in the chat of another Sonic character we can do.
Okay. Pop up, chat, pop up. Ooh.
His name is Infinite.
Infinite is an interesting character.
Forces. Infinite has a very distinct design.
Okay.
He is one of the most like teenage Sonic characters you will ever see.
Yes. Very hot topic.
Yes, very hot topic. I believe his like origin story is that like Shadow the Hedgehog bullied him, and then he was just like, I'm not weak. I'm not weak. And then he became like a weird, like ultra omega god character.
As one does.
Yeah. And then Sonic beat the shit out of him, and it was hilarious.
Because Sonic beats the shit out of everybody.
And he's got like super like kicking ass like butt rock, butt metal music that plays during all of his boss fights. He could be a character. He could be a costume.
Let's do that. I like that. And then I'm going to pose another one to transition to another piece. I think Infinite is a good one. I think it's also good to get villain representation in the Mii's. Because people want to play as the villains too. It's part of the reason we picked half the characters that we did for the cutdowns and the new fighters. Another one that I'm not saying it has to be in the game. It's a good transition point to where I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
How about Big the Cat?
Yeah. Take Infinite out. Put Big the Cat in.
Okay. So
Cat's so good.
The reason I say Big the Cat is this. I think there are two Mii Fighter classes that are lacking in the game.
Big boys?
One is heavies. Mm-hmm. And two, I think you could
mean big boys.
Or big boys. Or big chungers.
Some chungers.
I think that we could have Mii heavies, and I think Mii mage would also be super cool.
I believe it's so I'm cool with that, but I believe they're called big chungers.
Mii big chungers. Big chungers. What I call my cat. So, big chungers.
Big
Trace is a big chunker. He's a chunky boy. So, or as Ab says, big chunky man.
Oh, he's a big chunky man.
But I think that it sucks that you can stretch a Mii, but you can't add weight to a Mii. Ever. Mm-hmm. You can't change the speed of a Mii. Ever.
You can make your Miis fatter.
I mean, sort of, but it's
they never get that big. Yeah, like they don't get super big, but
it's like how you
slider bigger. Yeah, I agree on that.
It's like how you can in Skyrim have muscular definition. You're like, yeah, you can, but it kind of just goes. It's not like we're building a brick shithouse or I'm building this very super sleuth elf. Here, we now have heavy characters like Dr. Robotnik, like King K. Rool, or different examples like Ganondorf that are clearly muscular brick shithouses. They're not like skinny minis or just fat guys either. But heavies could introduce a completely new class to the gameplay as well. It changes your speed, which completely changes the way you play. It changes your launch distance, but everything you do, which completely changes your play. Yeah. Theoretically, it's one of the things that they could do to help themselves to make it so much more customizable and not do that much work. Yeah. Because then you could just add another basic class with the 12 moves that you can pick from, and people would be like, yo, I can be a heavy character now. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And it gives you a little bit more variety. We wouldn't do that. We'd give it far more depth to it, but I'd like mages, or I'd like the big chunker class to be far more of, we're going heavy, we're going slow, or maybe not super slow, but slower, and it's heavy damage, and it's going to take a shit ton of damage. So there's risk and reward. And then the second class I'd want to put in is mage. So you have a lot more projectile attacks. You have a lot more defensive moves.
Before we get into the mage,
yes,
I'd like to offer an idea. Yes. For the big chunkers is
okay.
What if part of the big chunkers update 2.7 big chunkers when big chunkers goes in, they also release we also release an update for like the create a Mii functionality. Okay. And what it does is, you know how it has that like weight slider?
Yeah.
And it goes from like here to here. Mm-hmm. We just like take those little stoppers off the end, and you can go as far as you want in both directions. And there's no limit. It is literally like it's infinitely in heavy or infinitely in light.
Like it can't be launched, or if you hit a parry move, like you just get launched.
Yes. And like the trade-off is that like if you go like that big, also like you can't move. So like you're just too big, you're too heavy. You have your own gravitational pull. So everyone can just sit here and beat the shit out of you, and there's nothing you can do against it, because like you hit the A button 27 minutes ago, and your character is still getting ready to do the. He's almost, but he's not there yet. But like also anywhere in between. So like you could be just like a perfect circle that enraptures the entire screen, or you could be like the little barely visible, the little barely visible guy. But like you could also do like, now I just have like a kind of fat guy, or I have like a kind of thin, kind of lanky guy. But the idea is that like we support all of it. We support everything.
So
any size you want.
I love the concept. I don't know if you can go infinite, because then
we took infinite out of the game. Shit, you're right. So we can't do infinite. That's right. Forget it.
Stupidest logic. It's the dumbest thing ever. Oh, we took that fucking Z-list Sonic character out. Can't do it. Nope.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't think we can do infinite.
But I would say this. I think we don't necessarily put a limit on it. The character eventually maxes out, and you barely notice it. However, it's a secret feature. If you hold down on the fat side, the big chunker side, if you will, not the fat side. The big chunker side. You hold that down for 5 minutes. There's a secret reward where then you can make Big Chunger as a stage, and he's so big that you fight on Big Chunger like the Pokemon balloon one from fucking Melee.
Pokey floats?
You bring Pokefloats
Yes.
back, but Big Chunger is you're just one big float.
Wait, but what if like if you keep holding it for the 5 minutes, you just add him to the Pokey float stage? So like you're like fighting on like the back of like Bulbasaur, and then you jump over to like Magikarp, and Magikarp spits you out, and then it's just like now you're on Big Chunger, and Big Chunger's just like
That's
floating.
better.
That's so good. That's so good. We don't need Infinite. Get the fuck out of our game, Infinite. You're not necessary anymore. Evan's got better ideas for you.
Big
Oh, okay.
Chunger's float stage.
Big Chunger floats. Yes.
It's written down in pencil. It's real.
Now it's real. Okay. Sorry. You've got mage. You got mage theories to share.
Well, the thing is this is I'm always trying to look at classes. Like we always think of sword fighter. It's the biggest thing every time a Fire Emblem character is introduced. It's always fuck another sword fighter. Are you serious? From most of the internet. But then characters like Hero, which is technically a sword fighter, are done so well. No one says a fucking word because they're just like,
Yeah.
just do it. So it's more about does the class fit, and then does the character fit versus just saying, oh no, that like the character doesn't work. I think a lacking thing is this. One of the reasons I think we kept Palutena, she was the final fighter, was Palutena has an extremely varied move set based more on her magical ability and her godly abilities than she
Can I ask you
is.
a question?
Yeah,
Is there not already a Mii mage?
there's a costume, but it's not a class.
How confident are you of that?
1,000% confident.
Okay. Okay, you are correct. I thought that there was, and then I Googled it, and I found a wiki page for it. But it's the wiki page of Fantendo,
Yeah.
where people come up with their own. Okay. No, you're right. You're right. Okay.
So and like I think that's something that is in the Miitopia or whatever the fuck it's called, the Mii
That's I think what I
centric
was
game.
thinking of. That one Mii game has it.
And so there is like two moves, I believe, that are mage based in the character creations for it's either the Mii Gunner or the Sword Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Because they incorporate staves for the Sword Fighter and they incorporate projectile magic. I think it's like one fireball that you can kind of hold and then it gains range and power as it goes out. And it's very difficult to control. So, like, accurately. Like, you know what you're doing and you can kind of get it in the range. But the people that can actually get it, like, dead on where they need to go on a consistent basis fucking impress me. So,
it is a skill in and of itself.
I think it needs to be more. The mage needs to be more a projectile mage, range based, and on top of that, more defensive spells as well. I think what really separates people from play is the people that are this is a party game that has fighting, or this is a fighting game that's acceptable for parties. And I think you need to have some characters that kind of morph the balance. Where there are people like myself who would love to try to play more defensively. And like King K. Rool, ironically, I can play defensively because I have that counter belly move. Where I can kind of go, okay, I can time this, and as long as I hit a shield from time to time, I'm good. Yeah. But it's a beautiful defensive move. I can do that with I can do that with Palutena from time to time. I can do it with another character. If a mage has projectile attacks, you can still give them a close range attack. It's not like they can't have it, but have more.
They still got a wand. They still have a staff. Bop, bop, bop. Yeah.
You still have something, but it's more so I'm going to do my damage from far away. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to use my powers to my advantage. It's a character building process.
Yeah.
And that's another way that you can look at it. And you can always say, like, if you want to go back into, we're going to get back to characters right after we talk about the mage. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of characters that they may not be mages, so to speak, or magic users, but they're kind of their basis of their character kind of works for that style. Like I could
Mm-hmm.
even think of, if I'm throwing it off the cuff, but the way
Yeah.
I'm describing defensive and attacks from distance. You could use Rivali from Breath of the Wild as a champion.
Yeah.
He's got the bow and arrow, and a lot of people say, no, that's a gunner. The gunner
Mm-hmm.
is all about get in, run and gun, fucking shoot shit. Rivali
Yeah.
is get the fuck up in the sky, defend myself, and then attack. That's
Mm-hmm.
far more mage to me in terms of the way we built the
Interesting. Okay.
character than it
I see what you're saying.
is gunner.
Yeah. Okay, I like that idea. I think that is really cool, and I think there are a lot of different like realms within the video game space for characters that could fit in that niche.
Yeah,
Sort of based like basically exactly how you're describing it. Like yeah, like the having a longer range um distance, but also like kind of area denial.
yeah,
That's one of the things that like sticks out to me about like mages is it's not necessarily just like pew pew pew. It's like, well, what else can you do with magic? Like that opens up like a lot of interesting spaces for like what is it like how Mario has his side B with the cape, where like or like Dr. Mario or whatever, where it'll like turn the character around.
yeah,
Or like Mewtwo has his like down B where like it puts the person to sleep for like a quarter second.
yeah,
Like being able to do things like that from a distance and like for example if you're doing like a co-op smash fight
yeah,
like you two versus another like pair of two people, some of the combos of like being at long range hitting the opponent with like a temporary stun and then the other person coming in as Link and like doing a down smash or a down aerial on him and like he wasn't able to dodge it because he was like like there's a bunch of cool ideas and opportunities for mix-ups there that I think could
absolutely.
be really really cool.
And I think
Yeah, mage class
I,
support.
I adore the ideas of that because heavy, it's really, you could make anything heavy. I just love the heavy class because then you kind of define it as its own
Real
thing
quick,
and
can
you
you remind
design
me what
moves
that
for it.
class is called?
I'm sorry, I keep saying it. It's kind of like my contractual obligation of Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman.
I'm not even going to say the other name because of my contractual
There's no other name
obligation
to say.
because I love you that much, even
Mhm.
though it hurts me.
Well, no, because you signed a contract. That's why. That's good. There's
I
no
signed
love
I signed a
transaction.
I signed a verbal contract.
Legally binding.
But to be fair, it's not in pencil, so it's not real yet. However, however, fuck, now I've just completely lost my train of thought. But with the big chungers class, you're designing moves specifically to make that character come to life.
Mm-hmm.
You're designing barbarians. You're designing ogres. You're designing, orcs, shit of that nature. Or just big, heavy motherfuckers that just want to hit shit.
Yeah.
Mages, it's a completely different thing. Sword fighters have their own vibe already. Gunners have their own vibe. Fighters have their own vibe. The more that you can take those classes and make them their own, the customization feel, you don't even have to necessarily add more moves. You're adding more character ability, which allows someone to play the way they want. And then when you add the ideas that you brought up of combo ability, everyone always thinks one-on-one, pro Smash when they think of Smash.
Yeah.
It's far more fun when you can just fuck around with your friends half the time and be like, yo, we're a team. We're both this character and we're fucking around. Or
Yeah.
or I still love the fights where it's the two of us together versus two other friends and you do all the dirty work and you just try to push him to me as a villager when I'm just trying to hit him with a tree. Because it's like, we're going to try to win by also being a bunch of shitheads with goofs. Like,
this is not going to be a skill-based game.
This is not a skill-based game. This is here, can we chop down trees and KO people?
Yeah.
But it still gives us the ability to have the freedom to play the way we want to and develop a strategy. And I think those classes work really well with...
Can I offer another class idea?
By all means.
I would like to give credit to Burnlan
Okay.
on Reddit because this came up when I was Googling the mage class to verify if it existed or not, and you confirmed we were correct, it did not.
Yes.
But they offer up the idea of a beast class. And I like the idea of a beast class a lot, specifically because of the opportunities it opens up for new character ideas.
Yeah.
So when I'm imagining a beast class, I'm imagining something like a feral animal, like imagining like a Tarzan type character. Like here's something that like moves around in an animalistic way. It's got like swipes and stuff. It does a whole lot of like jumping around. It's almost the opposite of the Chungers, where it's like a like very nimble, agile, and mobile class. But specifically, I'm imagining a ferocity to all of
It's
the moves.
it's speed and power based, and it loses a lot of defensive capability.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm thinking.
And to pair with that, I would like to offer a character to go alongside it, which would be the anti-form of Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay, just drop that shit in the
It
chat for me,
is
brother.
the it is the coolest goddamn thing in the world. So I know you don't play Kingdom Hearts. You're missing out. There's a lot of Kingdom Hearts
That looks
motherfuckers
cool
out
as
there in the world.
fuck. I can't deny that
So
though.
it's so goddamn cool. Okay, so let me explain what happens. They added a cool new feature to fucking Kingdom Hearts 2, where when you are like fighting, there's like new battle forms you can take on.
Sure.
So there's like a physical form where like when you transform, one of your partners gets absorbed into your body, and then like you have like a new move set like during that
Ooh.
time.
Okay.
So there's a red version where like you absorb Goofy, and now you have like a bunch of like now you have like two keyblades, and you do like cool, crazy like physical moves.
Okay.
There's a blue form where it's like very like mage oriented move set where you absorb Donald, but now like you like float around and like you're ice skating on air, and you're like shooting magic out of your keyblade as like this new mage like move set. They've got two other different forms. One is the final form, which is like just super cool, like end game Sephiroth type shit. And then the gold form that I don't remember the name of it, but it's also really cool. But the coolest thing about it is that there's a secret fifth form, which is that there's like a I don't know what the chances are. It's like a 5% chance that whenever you go to shift into one of the forms, instead of turning into that, you'll turn into this, which is like anti-form of Sora, where it's like Sora if he was like also merged with like a shadow. So like shadows are a
Interesting.
thing that exists in the game. But what's cool about it is that like it is a completely unique move set and character ability thing where like it's sort of like a wild animal version of Sora. So he does the like crawling around on all fours, jumping at people where like he'll kind of like pounce like an animal kind of thing. And then he also does the like the crazy fury swipes with his claws. You see like he doesn't have a keyblade in this form. So in this form, he's like all like physical rolling around and like just like nails and teeth biting. And like that is the exact kind of moves that I was imagining for like a feral form. So like I'm saying it for this anti-form Sora because I think it's the perfect encapsulation of that like
Sure.
fighting type. But I also like the idea of like, okay, if we have the animal kingdom of move sets, like there could be things like there are probably Pokemon that some of this stuff would apply
It's the
to,
first thing I thought of.
And like yes, exactly. And like there's already so many options there. There's Digimon we could apply this to. Uh-huh.
Technically speaking,
Uh-huh.
technically
Uh-huh.
speaking, it's not necessarily
There's
wrong.
yokai. But the specific
There's
thing that always
there's
got
pal
my
pads. There's all kinds of stuff over there.
there's Palpets. There's so many animals.
There's Pal World. We can shoot shit. That's all right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we are bringing guns back into the conversation. We can do this.
Let's not do that.
The actual thing I like about it is that whenever there's a space for creativity or new characters or stuff like that, one of the first things that always comes to mind was what if it wasn't a person? What if it's not like a human? What if it's like something else? There's so many like things and concepts in the world that aren't just like bipedal people.
Yeah.
And like I think this like beast mode, this feral move set opens up opportunities for like a bunch of different characters and move sets and types that don't stand on two legs.
Yeah.
That like do different things.
I
Yeah.
love that idea. And I love the fact that, again, it's giving character depth.
Mm-hmm.
That to a character already, just because you pick a class and it's not like here's the thing. Like I'm you know me. I'm honest. I love Skyrim to death. But if you look at the actual customization of a character, right? The races, you can do anything as a race. But having the 10 options, and then if you add more with DLC or with mods, you feel this intangible thing where it becomes far more real to embody the character, and it becomes real to you playing versus, Well, I got to pick. I got to pick a class. But then when you go, all right, yo, I'm a brawler. I'm going in and I'm attacking, or I'm a ranged mage. I use a lot of ranged stuff, or I'm a ranged archer, or I am this, or I am that, or I'm a stealth player. All those kinds of things. It allows that even if you actually look at what you tangibly can do in Skyrim, it's not really that much. I've just been
Yeah.
playing vanilla Skyrim on my Switch on vacation 2 weeks ago. I just
Yeah.
decided, can I at least get to the point where I can build a house in this game by the time I get done with this vacation? This is the whole goal, was
Yeah.
that. And I was looking through all the options and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, it's really not all that in depth. But because of the way they use the tools, it feels like it is.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you could have a beast class, when you look at it, that could easily, if done improperly, would just be the Mii Fighter class with
Yeah.
a little bit more customization. But when you add in the fact that a Mii Fighter could be balanced with defense or with offense, and you could do those kinds of things, where Beast would be far more, no, these are wild attacks. This is a risky class. Like, you miss a swipe move, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You're up for more attacks. It takes an extra second to reset to where you're going to be. It's not as though you're complete. It's not like we're going to break Smash to make it a different fighting game altogether. But these little things can make these classes so much better. Like, I look at it like the other thing that I really thought would be really cool is we've toyed with this idea in private conversation before. And we may have mentioned it on a podcast. I wish there was an original Smash character.
Oh yeah, I remember
Just
that.
its own.
Mm-hmm.
What if, for your storyline, which we would have to do a lot more in-depth research or a lot in-depth conversation to make this happen for a show, but this is just to get it out there so we have it. What if
breadcrumbs?
What if you use these 6 classes then? You have fighter, gunner, sword fighter. You then also have mage, beast, big chunker.
Mm-hmm.
These are your 6 classes. We use that as our ability to create these original characters. And then as you play through the game, maybe if you don't even unlock a full-fledged character like a Mario or a Sephiroth or a Cloud, you could get the Mii Fighter with some custom shit to go along with it. And you're like, yo, I unlocked this fucking character. And it's an original Smash character.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. So
And there's, how do I word it? There's a lot. Oh, lost my headphones. There's a lot to explore in that space. Is what I specifically like a lot about it. Also, I have to step away for a second because Boo Boo's acting weird in the other room. I'm gonna go check.
Not a problem. I'm gonna just fucking
Right, one moment.
go for it. Well, as we have a cat interruption, which can happen in both households here, I gotta say, let's go do this, guys. I'm gonna ask you, as you're here right now, go check out our other stuff. If you're liking what you're seeing, or liking what you're hearing over on Spotify, go check out the rest of our stuff over at YouTube. Monday, you're getting those Pokemon card pack openings. Tuesday, you're already here. You're getting the show, the flagship show, which is the ONETA show. Wednesday, you're going to get new Pokemon as part of the Fakemon region in the Pokemon Bliss and Oblivion project. Thursday, we're all back to the ONETA football show, which is all American football based, pro football and college football. And Friday, you got that rotational show. If you like what you're seeing or you like what you're hearing, go check out the rest of our content. We got new hosts coming in. We got new content all the time. Go check it out and enjoy yourself and enjoy what you do and help us grow. So check out our other content. It'd be really cool if you did that. So go do that.
Look at my booty ass sunburn.
That is the perfect transition. You said that right as I was ready to get it way back. I put a promo in right there, and you're like, look at my booty ass sunburn right as I finished. Go check out our other content.
Hey.
Hey.
Right, check out his content, then also check out my booty ass sunburn. I did like a 3-4 hour bike ride on Sunday.
Yeah.
As part of a UPath bike for. It's a not volunteer. It's a donation drive thing. But you also got to bike on the Hone Bridge in Milwaukee, 53211, which was really cool. But I didn't have sunblock, so like my arm got burnt the hell up and my face got burnt the hell up and it sucked. And like whatever, it's fine now, but also like Look at this fucking farmer ass country boy tan I got going on.
That's a true Wisconsinite right there.
Like it legit looks like I like just went into like some Nickelodeon fucking like orange slime zone up to here
Yeah.
and then just stopped.
It's impressive.
God. Okay. Sorry.
It's impressive. It's almost as impressive as the Big Chunger class.
As the Big Chunger. I'm gonna be a Big Chunger. That's the goal.
All right, let's get back into some characters though. Once you're ready.
All right, let's do some characters. I was going to say I've just been like vaguely annoyed seeing the little image preview of myself. God, it looks so stupid. It looks so stupid. But like that's just something you have to deal with in life.
So I want you to be. I'm about to gush about a character, but I want. We always let me gush first, and then you gush afterwards. I want you to be able to go first. Is there a Dark Souls character that you think would be a good Mii Plus or Mii Deluxe?
Mii Plus or Mii Deluxe? I mean, if we want to bring Gaping Dragon back into the conversation,
it's a Mii fighter. Sure.
I have no goddamn idea how you would apply that as a Mii fighter.
Because I was gonna say Solaire could be there.
I love Solaire, but also like I don't know, he just doesn't have to be in Smash Brothers.
What about Smalgan Ornstein?
Oh man, I'm thinking about Ice Climbers, and I'm thinking about Ice Climbers, Kamasmo, and Ornstein. And does that make any sense? They just have two very distinct movesets. Nah, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't work.
Or I'll do this.
Bloodborne Hunter.
Do you want to go all of From Software?
That's what I was thinking of.
Is there a Sekiro character you want to get in there? Is there an Elden Ring character you want to get in there?
You know what I want?
What do you want?
It's gonna cost. What's the last thing we left off on?
You said $340 was the last dollar mark you made.
$420.
Okay.
If you pay $420, we're just gonna add the entire soundtrack from Kingsfield for the Ancient City to the game, and you can just play it like on any stage, on any menu, on the title screen, like anywhere you want to. You could just put music from Kingsfield for the Ancient City.
Interesting.
And it's only $420, and you can do that.
Only $420.
I think that is like the From Software representation we need in this game.
I like how Silver Platter
soundtrack they've ever done.
Silver Platter. You can have anything you want. You're like, not music. From one of their more obscure titles.
It's the coolest goddamn soundtrack in the world. And like, yes. So better than any character we could put in. I've got fucking Johnny Dark Souls from Dark Souls 3 back here. It's actually Soul of Cinder. I've played the games. I know their names. He's cool. You know what else is cool? The entire soundtrack from Kingsfield for the Ancient City.
What if you could have...
music is so goddamn cool.
True. It's true.
You know what? Actually...
And the best part with that price tag, someone's going to have to be blazing up at $420 to pay the $420 for that.
Yeah, I mean, I will do it. I'm happy to do it on their behalf. If we have to put a person in, then we should put... Okay, if you pay $420, you get the entire Kingsfield 4 soundtrack. And it can go anywhere in the game. It's not just in the stages. It's also the stages. It can go on any stage. But also, like, it could go anywhere in the game.
Sure.
Main menu, title screen, character select screen, all that stuff.
Love it.
But you also unlock the character Tsukasa Saito, who is the composer for Kingsfield 4. So you get him as a playable Mii character. Since you're paying $420.
Like when we got Reggie in the fucking like Nintendo America version, we get the composer.
Yeah, we get the composer of Kingsfield 4. Can you believe this fucking game has a 60 on Metacritic? That's crazy.
To be fair, I've never heard of this game in my life.
It's so good. It's so good. God damn it, it's so good.
When did this game come out?
It's a 2001 PlayStation 2 game. And it is like, this game is like this is the game that is the precursor to Demon Souls. Like, Demon Souls wouldn't exist without Kingsfield 4. And I went back to play Kingsfield 4, and it plays like absolute dog shit. It sucks so much ass to control. But because I was emulating it on the Steam Deck, I used a bunch of cheats to like give it modern controls, which was genuinely like really goddamn cool.
Yeah.
And when you do that, that game is so goddamn good. And the music is so fucking excellent. And it's just like so much weird shit around every. Oh man. 6? 6 out of 10? Get the oh. Okay. Sorry. It's your turn to gush.
Okay. I'm going to go with an easy one right off the bat. I want the Dragonborn to not fucking suck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to give this idea. I'm going to start with the most obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Final Smash.
Mm-hmm.
It's Fusroda time.
Okay.
Fusroda!
Okay.
Also, I'd love it to have a meter where if you only do Fus, you stun everybody. If you go to the full Roda, you're just fucking launching motherfuckers off the screen.
But like if you do that, then it's directional.
Yep.
So like if you do Fus, it stuns everybody. If you do Fusroda, it's like only to the right or only to the left.
Yeah.
So that like there has to be a tactical consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's what I want as a final Smash.
Real quick, I've never beaten Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. You don't really beat Skyrim. You just exist with more accomplishments.
I've never finished the main story of Skyrim.
That's true.
So the reason I'm asking is because there's potentially room to take inspiration from Mortal Kombat here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any opportunity for the Dragonborn to turn into a dragon and eat the upper torso of its combatants?
Unfortunately, no.
He doesn't do that in the games? Okay, so Mortal Kombat 1 and then number 2, Skyrim. Okay, continue.
So we should have a Mortal Kombat discussion on this if we want to as well. But
yes, we should.
I would like Fusroda as the final Smash.
Mm-hmm.
I would like... We have so many sword fighters. It's hard to find a signature move for the ranged attack, though, in Skyrim. And as much as I love it, the magic in Skyrim sucks. Like, let's just be honest. It's useful in the game, but it doesn't look great.
I just gotta call out, mods are so good.
Yes, mods make it
gaming
better.
Is so good. There's so many really interesting magic mods that make Skyrim a way, way better game.
Yes.
And I know I continue to bang this drum, but goddamn community creation, goddamn game modding. Oh, I love people, and I love what they do for video games.
We love you, and your Thomas the Tank Engine fucking dragons with Toe Jam and Earl music as it hits. We love all of you with fucking trees that are hands. We love everything about you. Still,
love all of that.
It is still one of the greatest moments of my life. Is having you fucking hit the Halo Rift as a dragon swooped out of the fucking air, and we're just celebrating friendship in the greatest way possible.
That's the only reason I learned to play guitar. So I could just do the fucking Halo riff while you play Skyrim, and then I could burn my guitar.
Goddamn right.
It's no longer needed.
Exactly.
So what would you want to do to represent their special move then?
Their signature move.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use the Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
They do it where they wrap around the neck and they just fucking headbutt the shit out of you. And then you're also getting rattled by the goddamn Warhammer.
The Warhammer at the same time.
And it's just like, that's the kill move. Because
so
it
will that
works.
Be like an instant kill, or
so that's gonna do some heavy damage. It's a grab move, so again, it's very different. Mm-hmm. On top of that, heavy class works, sword fighter it works. Mm-hmm. So it's multi-class across. And then I would say this: if you go through the Skyrim weapons. Plenty of swords already exist in the game. You don't need it. Bows do exist in the game to a lesser extent in Smash, but they exist. Warhammer is something very different that virtually nobody has in Smash.
Except for Amy Rose.
Except for now Amy Rose. But again, it's a Mii, so it doesn't exist in the full-fledged game. So I would say, let's go the different route. If we're going to play towards the heavies, let's play towards the lighter characters. Let's do double daggers. Slash attack as a basic, so it's something that could exist in Skyrim, but also it goes towards our other players as
Mm-hmm.
well. So then you can kind of get every class gets a little bit of Dragonborn in it. And you get the full-fledged Dragonborn. Also, if you could do multiple costumes with different armor sets, but that's just me fan fucking out. So,
Uh-huh. There could theoretically be multiple Dragonborns.
but the thing is like that would be automatically a deluxe because you hit all the categories. But you could throw a little bit extra to get that Skyrim music in, which is a thing of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Think of just when you're bored and you finally click on the training stage. Instead of that training montage, you just get that beautiful Skyrim ambience all
Who's
the
the
time.
Skyrim composer?
Jeremy Soule, and Soule is Soule.
Should we put him in the game?
Always.
Okay, so he's going in too?
You mean as I'm a 0.5% top listener on Spotify of Jeremy Soule music every fucking year on Spotify? Yes.
You are misunderstanding what I'm saying. Should we put him in the game?
Why not?
Okay. So he's going to be alongside Tsukasa Saito.
Yeah, we're just doing composers as Mii Fighters. It is officially in pencil, ergo it's real.
There you go. It's real. Nothing can change it.
Nothing can change pencil. It's impossible.
It's impossible. People don't talk about that enough.
So I'm going to go Dragonborn. But yeah, I think it also, again, another thing that you could do if you want to vary it up and it's multi-class. Because there are some characters that, as much as I love the customization feature, it's kind of weird to have Tails as a fucking big chunker. I'm all for it if people want to do it, but it's kind of
I'm
weird.
here for it. Yeah.
But I think one of the ways that...
you have to be able to do it so that he can go on the Pokefloat stage. Because I do like the idea of a big chunker Tails just floating on screen.
is you could use it as a way to get multi-class in which you can get some races with different armor sets as a fighter or as a sword fighter, and then if you want to get the big chunker class or the mage, they have different armor sets. So, like the Dragon Bone armor or the Daedric armor is very heavy armor, so that could go straight to big chunker in a different way.
Yeah.
Cool. And maybe that could be your orc class or your Nord class, and then if you want to get into your wood elves and shit of that nature, hey, you're on the other class. So I thought that'd be a fun little detail.
I like that idea a lot.
It's a good one.
I wanna call something out.
Yes.
From our earlier conversation.
Yes.
Before we started recording, we were talking about how Mr. Evan Reginald Davies is deserving of a hot new gaming PC.
That's true.
And when that happens, we need to get Skyrim VR set up for you.
Yes.
We need to get, specifically because mods have gone so goddamn far in that game, and now you have like a physical, tangible body, and also like you can just physics interact with the entire world, and also your weapons are now physics interactable. So like if you have a sword, when you like hit someone, it doesn't just like phase through them, it like physically pushes them over. So when you have like a warhammer and you like hit a motherfucker, if you hit a motherfucker hard enough, they like...
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
It's really cool. It's really cool, and you're gonna have so much fun with it. And like, we need to get that gaming PC in your home.
I like how you're really trying to get me to retire at 32.
Dude, it's not retiring; it's finding a new career.
Because by the time that happens, I'll be 32.
Just play Skyrim VR.
I mean, fun fact: I need to find her name. I'm gonna try to find it right now on Instagram. There is an 81-year-old grandmother who is a streamer on YouTube. I just sent it to Ab because I saw it on Instagram. But all she does is just play Skyrim with positive messages for people, and she's an 81-year-old grandmother.
Oh, you mean Shirley Curry?
I believe, yes. Shirley Curry. I've never watched a single video. I found her via Instagram one day, and I just sent it to Ab because that hits so many Ab's micro interests. Fucking go subscribe to Shirley Curly. Go subscribe.
Have you watched any of her videos?
I have not.
Oh, she's super racist.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But, I mean, I guess Evan said subscribe, so...
Thanks for setting me up there. I really appreciate that.
Sorry, I was really trying to... I was trying to curtail you, but...
Well, according to your flag, we love sexual diversity, but racial diversity... Apparently...
I'm not speaking for you. There's a reason I like Dark Souls.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking douchebag. I'll play the joke until I literally can't until I can't anymore. Like,
Oh.
all right, let's get some more
Yeah.
characters out there because I know we're going a little bit long on the tooth.
We are going a little bit long. How many more characters? Should we each do one more?
Let's throw a couple out there, and then just see where it goes. I have one ready if you want me to go.
I don't have one ready. I was
Okay.
looking up the composer for Elden Ring to see if he should be in the game.
Says the person who said, "I'm just gonna take any video game character with a Funko Pop," and that's a me.
Yeah, so there should be a Funko Pop of him. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna go here. It was a character that we thought we could do a little bit with our new character draft before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Tracer Overwatch.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Final Smash you can do the blink move where she kind of moves very quickly through time, and that could be
deluxe.
I would go deluxe all the way because I think you have that. You don't get really double pistol ever in this game. She's a double pistol user.
That's cool.
So that would be her signature move for me. But you want to get back into the shooter realm as much as possible because, like we said, we want to get as much representation of all gaming as possible. Overwatch, until they tried to kill it with Overwatch 2, was extremely popular. We want to get into that market, but with that, Tracer's just a cool character. And representation, it's a great female character. So you get the blink move as a smash attack to use as a strategic thing and as an offensive attack. You get double pistols as a signature move, and then we can easily create another double pistol shot move as a Mii Gunner move that anyone could use that comes along with Tracer. So I would say Tracer would be one I would like throw in.
I like Tracer as a choice. I have one that I could throw in.
What do you got?
Have you played Tekken before?
No, but I know plenty of Tekken.
What if we put Gon in the game?
Chat him up. Let me see this guy.
All right, hold on. Let me get Gon in the chat for you.
I know the Tiger guy. I know Heihachi, and I know.
What's the Tiger guy's name?
I don't fucking know. I just know he's a tiger, and he's a wrestler. King. Oh, it's King. Cool. Rad.
Come on.
Now I got fucking noob. But
sounds like you don't know shit. Someone doesn't play fighting games.
Tekken is so goddamn technical, dude. I tried playing Tekken years ago on a PSP of all things, and I'm all for this shit. Hell yeah!
Look at that guy,
little dinosaur raptor.
He's just a little dinosaur guy,
and yet he could be hilarious, small, big chunger.
Yeah, a little big chunger.
Yeah.
I just like Gon because he's just a little guy. He's just a little weird guy.
Little guy.
But I have another deluxe.
All right.
To add. So this is similar to the WWE 2K face scan technology.
Sure.
There's gonna be another upgrade. So it's how much would I pay for this? I'd probably pay like $1,000 for this one.
Whoa, that's a big jump.
It's a huge jump, but I think it's a worthwhile payoff. We're going to reach out to the team that developed Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Oh, fuck.
And we're just going to take the jiggle physics, and we're just going to apply it to every character in the game. And so if you pay $1,000, you can just add Dead or Alive 3 Extreme Jiggle Physics to every character. And like similar to like how the Kingsfield 4 music can be played on any screen, like you can apply it to like non-character entities.
So like menu items.
Like you could like menu items. Like imagine if the menu item just had like some heavers. Just like some heavers, you know what I mean?
Some big chuggers of its own.
Some big chuggers. So you're saying chuggers, and I'm trying to chug. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine for just $1,000, if like the smash button in Smash, and like don't think that double entendre is lost on me. If like it just had the physics on it, and apply that to anything. Like imagine if you had the Pokeball, and you picked up the Pokeball, and when you picked it up, it like sagged a little. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
He knows what I mean. How much would you? So let me ask, how much would you pay for that?
Oh, $78 billion, obviously.
Okay. See, I think this is the way. I think this is the way for us to like finally make Super Smash Brothers a profitable, successful video game.
Goku and Big Chungers and Big Chungers.
Oh, you just made me think about Goku with the physics. Yeah. This is gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a real good game.
Oh, I love and hate you so much.
That's all my characters. You got any more you'd like to add?
I do have one more, and it's just to get you back on track.
Let's hear it.
How about your boy Alucard? What would you do with him?
With physics? With physics?
Or not, but whatever.
Sorry, I'm in a different headspace now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Now I've been activated.
I am well aware.
Alucard is a cool motherfucker, but he's already got he's an assist trophy.
So what?
I'm kind of on like, how do I word it?
Assist trophies don't become Mii's because they're assist trophies?
It's already been committed. The choice has been made. It is not my place to like change the past. We are forging a new future.
Forging a new future, huh?
A new jiggly future together for the Super Smash Brothers Reboot franchise. Not everyone's going to have the feature. It's very expensive. $1,000?
Yes. True.
Kids can only get so many Fortnite V-Bucks off their parents' credit cards before their parents beat the shit out of them. So I don't think they're going to be able to sneak $1,000 purchase past them. So like, it's not like everyone's going to have this. This is like exclusive content.
You know, someone could just put that as a mod.
Thinking about that. Well, we're working with Nintendo, so they'll cease and desist them immediately. I think we'll actually be fine. I think we're going to be totally okay about that.
So, Nintendo, family-friendly brand.
Mm-hmm.
Someone...
You can't put breasts in our game. We're putting breasts in our game and charging $1,000
So
for
we're
it.
charging you $1,000 to have breasts that jiggle. Big chungers that jiggle.
And also, I should be clear, it's not just breasts.
Yes.
It applies the physics to like the entirety of them.
Yes.
So like when we're talking about like, let's say theoretically if Alucard were to be in the game.
Theoretically.
And we put the physics on him and he like swings his sword. It's going to like swing, but then it's going to like, because it's also got physics.
This game is the fucking worst thing ever already.
This is going to be such a cool game. It's still sharp. It's still sharp.
It just moves like a linguine needle, but it's still sharp.
Yeah. It moves like DOA 6 physics. Sorry, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. I mixed up my games for a second. I'm here for it.
I'm well aware you're here for it.
I think we're making a good video game now. Before it was an okay video game, but with this,
okay, I'm gonna try to pull you in to be slightly serious.
Okay, let's
but
do it.
hit your clearly slap happy phase real hard right now. I think I have
slap me, daddy.
I think. Speaking of. How about your boy
Cranky Kong?
How about your boy Glover?
Oh.
No jiggle. Don't think about the jiggle. Think about how that works.
Oh. Oh, don't think about
Nope.
If we turn is Glover tangible?
Why can't it be?
If we put physics on Glover, does he just collapse?
No.
What is he full of?
I don't know.
How does Glover become stiff?
I don't know.
If you cut open a Glover, do you think it's just more glove?
No, it's actually Hamburger Helper.
I just like spit left my mouth
Yep.
and dripped down my wow.
Big brain. Big brain.
It's real. I think Glover should be in this video game.
Okay.
I don't know how we make Glover a Mii fighter.
I say this. We go Glover is me plus.
Mm-hmm.
Because then the move is the rolling on the ball movement.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I need to put a JPEG in our chat.
Oh god. It's gonna be brutal.
Okay, it's in there. It's not that brutal.
Interesting. Very
Which do you
interesting.
prefer?
I think the first one, but the second one has a lot of potential.
I got to be clear with our audience because I'm realizing this is an audio format.
Yes.
The first picture is a picture of the hamburger helper with a human skeleton inside of it.
The hamburger
But
helper
the human
hand.
skeleton has 4 arms. The hamburger helper hand, but the human skeleton has 4 fingers, and the skeleton has 4 hands, and each hand is in a finger. And then there's a second one that is like just an absolute monstrosity of like bone.
Looks like a potato. It
amalgamation.
looks like a potato skeleton that's an evil clown.
Yeah, like an evil clown Tato skeleton. I'm sure that's very easy for you to all to imagine.
A big chunger.
He's got a big chunger.
He's
But I do like that it's the same hamburger helper hand picture on the other side.
Yep.
For both of them.
Yep.
Oh, that's so good. I am slap happy. I apologize.
It's fine. I just want to make sure we ended with something slightly serious.
Okay. I'm glad we ended with Glover. Glover's a good video game character.
Well,
I've never played Glover.
We now have costume. We now have 2+ characters. We now have 2 deluxe characters, and we have something to go off of. And we can obviously come back with a lot more serious ideas as well. But we got a lot of stuff done tonight from the standpoint of, oh my god, was this Da Vinci Code-esque fucking help me goddamn hamburger helper hand.
Have you seen the movie Talk to Me?
No, I have not, unfortunately.
It's a horror movie that came out last year with a creepy hand. It is the Talk to Me hamburger helper hand. Yeah.
Yeah. But even in this absurd episode that we've already done, we've established 3 new classes of Miis with 3 distinguishing features between a Mii Deluxe, a Mii Plus, and a traditional Mii costume. And we've decided we need to also add stages and music choices to these things.
Mm-hmm. And composers.
Characters. Yeah, so Jeremy Soule, and who's our friend from Kingfield?
Oh, you mean Tsukasa Saito?
Yes, Tsukasa Saito.
They also worked on Elden Ring.
Hey.
From Software holds on to their employees. Apparently people like working there. Pretty cool.
I hope so. It's the same reason, like, Jeremy Soule is essentially just the official Elder Scrolls fucking composer, because from Oblivion onward, they're just like, Jeremy, why don't you just do it?
Yeah. Okay, sure. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, which is why when I fall asleep to Skyrim music every fucking night, I just go, hey, we're into Oblivion now. Oh, it's Jeremy Soule still. Cool. Oh, this is ESO.
It still sounds vaguely similar. Yeah.
Oh, this is some Jeremy Soule shit again. Okay, cool.
This guy has a style.
But yeah, we'll get into further detail the next time we do this, but we're also going to be fixing characters the next time possibly as well, because we're going to be reintroducing some characters that may be saved from the final cut. May get to reintroduce them, and then eventually I will have a graphic up and ready of a custom graphic of the entire roster of the Super Smash Brothers Reboot. Big Chungers edition.
Are you drawing them?
I think I might just JPEG that shit up, but...
Okay, just peg it, yeah.
But you never know. You never know.
The way that you worded it made me question it. That's why I was asking.
I could possibly do it. I mean, I am retiring from childcare in 22 days, so...
What happened to your kid?
Nice try. I leave my job in 22
Almost
days.
had him.
You're so close.
There it is.
I have, as of recording, I have 16 work days left, so I'm gonna have a little bit more time. But I do have to move back to the state of Wisconsin, so
That'll be fine.
you know.
I'm
But it's
stoked
gonna
for
be
you. I'm excited for you to be finishing up with that job.
It is. I am excited. It's been a pleasure to work there, but I'm ready for a change. So it's going to be good to go.
Very diplomatic answer.
A very diplomatic answer that is not inherently untrue, but has a little less emotion into it. So, because it is true. Like, it's weird because I'm now getting to that whole like nostalgic full circle stuff where like even kids that like I just got some of my teenage staff that I thought were like moved on after they were done as like younger teenage campers and teenage staff. I got a bunch of them just coming back, and I was like, all right, it's kind of like the last hurrah together. It's like I feel like I'm getting like the Avengers Endgame of fucking summer camp right now with like just these people coming out of the woodwork all coming back together, and I was like, this is interesting. This is kind of fun. It's kind of full circle. So, but alas, that's for another episode nonetheless. However, that's going to do it here for us for this Smash Reboot series, part of the ONETA show. Do we have any closing thoughts whatsoever?
A few things.
Sure.
One, great pod.
Yeah.
This was a ton of fun.
This was fun.
I feel like this is one of the I don't know, more fun ones that we've done.
It's because it was just insane. We didn't have any direction, which fucking went.
Good. It was good and fun and silly, and I think that energy hopefully translates well into an episode.
Absolutely.
Two, I wanted to say Happy Pride Month, y'all.
Oh, absolutely. Happy Pride Month.
I haven't explained my background, but I googled gay Dark Souls because I wanted to get some Pride representation in here.
Absolutely.
So to our LGBTQIA plus fans, thank you for supporting us. You're the best, and wishing you the best this Pride.
And then, also, because it's coming up, happy Juneteenth to everyone. Because we are, as of recording, 13 days away from that. So, I want to shout that out as well.
And then, last but not least, I love you, Evan.
I love you too. Love you, buddy. That's usually how we end this one. However, because I love you so much, I'm going to end it with this. This has been the ONETA Show, brought to you by PTE Creative. Oh, by the way, you owe me a ha because you never finished Kamehameha before, but that's fine.
No, I did. I did finish the Kamehameha.
That's true. You did.
Check the tape.
And because of that, I can say this. Kamehameha! And that is our show today, folks. It has been an absolute joy. Check us out on the internet, whether you can. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this with as many people as possible. We love you. Check us out on Etsy. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify. Peace, love, and hugs. We out.
Peace, love, hugs.